the foundation for having an off-leash dog. So this would be the basic, the base layer that you need to have. And there's obviously a lot that goes into having an off-leash dog, and a lot of training and a lot of different things you got to do. But there's really one thing that sets the foundation for everything else. And this goes for a lot of things, not just being off-leash. Really anything you want to do with your dog. There's a good foundation that needs to be there to do anything. And so that's why when you work with me, that's where we start first, because if you don't have those foundational pieces in place, then everything you do on top of it isn't going to be as good, or it's going to take longer, or you're still going to have cracks in the system. That's why you really need that holistic approach. But the number one foundational thing you need to start having, or to have truly an off-leash dog, is value. Your dog needs to value you more than everything else. So just think about it. If your dog's outside in the front yard, we're standing in the garage right now, we'll be out in the front yard in a second, where is the dog gonna go if all it cares about is you and you're more valuable than everything else? Like Brutus out here right now, he always wants to play. That's his huge motivational factor. So you have to use motivation with dogs no matter what. So he always thinks that there's that ability to play. He always wants to play. And he sees, me and other members of the family as, oh, that's my source of fun. That's my source of play. I don't get that from other people. So what do I need to pay attention to that person walking down the street? What do I need to pay attention to that dog walking down the street? Oh, the mailman, I don't care. He's not a source of value for me. Right? Obviously, if he's not trained to protect and do other things like that, that's the number one base layer. So your dog has to value you, and then there's no reason to even check out anything else, because what is that to me, or to the dog? If I was the dog, what is that to me? Nothing. I want to go be with this guy because I want to play. So that's the number one thing you got to focus on. Be valuable to your dog. Use motivation. Be the number one source of fun. Be the number one source of everything for your dog. Not other people, not other dogs, because if they are, then your dog's going to want to go up to everybody and it's going to want to bolt and do this. Ooh, squirrel. Well, actually being with this guy is way more fun than chasing that squirrel. Base layer, foundation, right there. So just to give you an example of what I mean, some things to kind of look for or see in your dog, we're going to look at Brutus here. And by no means is Brutus like fully off-leash trained, like 100% bulletproof. He's not. But he's definitely got the groundwork and the foundational work that I'm talking about. To get to a dog to truly to that stage, or really the pinnacle of any point in dog training, it takes a lot of work. He lives not in my household, and he's, doesn't have the ongoing training that, he would need to truly be an off-leash dog, but he's got that groundwork there and that value there. And that's what I just kind of want you to see in this video. So just to see some examples, or not really examples, but just some things to look for in your dog, that check-in, for your dog to maybe go sniff or go do something and then be like, whoa, where's my guy at? And then coming back to you, or at least checking in and being engaged with you, not worried about everything else. Like, you can go film your dog. Next time you let them outside, what do? Do they just go scatterbrained? Because if they're scatterbrained, that means they're not engaged with you. Are they looking for you? Are they looking to check in with you? Are they maybe thinking about playing? Are they maybe, in that value kind of mode? Like, whoa, my value's here. Or are they just like, oh, squirrel, oh, guy, oh, this, oh, that, oh, smell this, going nuts. Yeah, try it. See if it looks like this. So, Brutus right here. Just in the front yard. Come on. Hey, come on. Right. So he's just kind of doing he's free, he's broken off, he can do whatever he wants. But going with that thing I'm saying, where is he gonna go? What is he gonna do? He's actually concerned about the toy in the garage. Hey, leave it. Right. Oh boy. Go do something. No. And see, yeah, he doesn't even know what to do, because all he does is want to play, and he just wants to be here with us. There's no reason. He'll sniff and he'll smell, and he'll check out things in the yard, but he's never going to alert on anything when he's in this value mode, valuing us and valuing the toys, valuing the play, valuing what he gets here in the front yard. Come here, Brutus. Good boy. Break. Leave it. Hey. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. See, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Hey, maybe I'll go check out something right there, but I'll come back over here and check in. And that's one of the additional layers. You can kind of build that radius and teach your dog, hey, about 20, 10, 15 feet, that's kind of the max. Once you get to about that range, you should be looking for somebody. And see, now, since he is being good, he's not going anywhere, he's not chasing cars, he's not looking for people, he's not hunting anywhere. Now we'll play. Brutus, come. Good boy. Down. This is what he wants. Yes. Good boy. And so now you're throwing additional layers on it. Like I said, you are rewarding him for paying attention to you, for not going anywhere, for just being engaged and looking at you. And now he gets what he wants. He gets to play. Out. Down. Sit. No. Sit. Good. Stand. Yes. Out. No. Good. Down. No. Sit. Stand. Puss. Yes. Here. Out. Heel. Yes. And so now while we're on the topic, here's another example of another dog. Same thing, not bulletproof, off-leash trained, but you can tell the foundation is there. The value is there, the check-in, the engagement, not worried about everything else or trying to check everything else out. I do have treats in my hand, but I'm not bribing him. They're not in front of me or not in front of him, like, hey, pay attention to me, and you do that. They choose to pay attention to you, and then I reward them. So this is what I'm doing for the day with him, and this is just the main way I really kind of exercise him, because he's not really a toy dog, doesn't have much prey drive. He just loves food. So I just make him work for his food. So he pays attention to me, he gets paid. I'll run around a little bit. If he pays attention to me, he gets paid. I'll start walking down the street. That's one thing you can try. Safely. Do it when you can feel it safe, or put your dog on a long line or whatever. But if you have your dog out in the front and then you just start walking away down the street, what does your dog do? Does he follow you? Does he not follow you? So sometimes I do the runaway game, where I run away from a dog or anything like that, and they catch up to you, pay him, pay him with some food. So that's all we're doing. But this will kind of give you another example. Same thing. He's not, is not right next to me. I don't want him to be right next to me. I want him to check stuff out. I want him to be a dog. But that thought in the back of the mind, that value is still there. Hey, when I pay attention to this guy, good things happen. And so that's built up. But that aspect of value is so huge. And you don't create that just by doing sessions like this. You create that by how you live with the dog. And that's the most important piece. So let's check it out. It's going to be the end all be all. That should be on top of this foundational, work. Break. Break, Dingle. Like I said, I do have food on me, and like this is the exercise, one of the ways we exercise them and do that. But notice how it's not a bribe, it's not, hey, I have the food so you're paying attention to me. It's, you can choose to do whatever you want. Yes. So even like walking, like, people want to put all this huge emphasis on walking and stuff, and my big theory is if you just put in the foundational stuff, pretty much, or not everything, but a lot of things fall into place. Yes. So like here, I start walking down the street, or down the sidewalk, I should say. What does he do? He's right there. Okay. Walk this way. You see it right there. He's just walking next to me. Yes. Break. I kind of want him to get a little more distracted, so I kind of sneak away. Let's see. So now when you do this, the question is, what does your dog do? Does he look for you? There he goes. Yes. Try to lose him. Break. Break. Go, Tango. Go. Good boy. While he's doing that, I'm going to go this way. Yes. And the beauty of this, the value aspect, and obviously I'm doing more of like a training scenario here. Here, Tango. A little piece left. There's no commands. There's no way, in my mind, your dog should just default pay attention to you because of the value, because of the repetitions, because of the reinforcement that you've done. Yes. Obviously you can drill recall and you can drill commands, but what's the command for, hey, just always pay attention to me and value me? There isn't, there isn't a command for that. So that's why having that default foundation is just so huge, where it's an unspoken thing. The more things you can make unspoken with your dog, the better.